Hello everyone, welcome to Press Start. I'm Luke.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Cammy.
Yay, we're here. Let's do this. Resident Evil. It's back.
Oh, hold on a second. Oh, what's that? Oh. I've just gotten a phone call. I've been evicted. I must find a new resident for this apartment. What if he turns out to be evil? I might have to move to a village.
That was so bad.
So there was a showcase the other day that had a ton of news with regards to Resident Evil, where it's going, what they're doing with the franchise, and of course with Resident Evil 8 Village, which, let's be honest, the only reason it's called Village is because they wanted to do the VILL thing to make the number.
They could have called it Villain.
Yeah,
Resident Evil Villain.
That would have made it's too generic. As if Village is any better. I don't know. I think it's stupid.
It is set in a village, at least. At least it's
Yeah.
not set inside of a villain.
One thing I will say though, they did reach out to me, like the marketing manager at Capcom, whatever, reached out to me after they announced Resident Evil Village and everyone was talking about how stupid the name sounded. And they actually had me fill out like a form explaining my thoughts on what the naming scheme was, if they should change it. Like they were straight up just asking, should we go back on this and change it just to Resident Evil 8? Because people seem more distracted by Village than like interested.
It's not gonna stop people from playing the games. You guys have made 20 of these, for God's sakes. You called one. What was one? One was like Code Veronica. That's a stupid name. All right, but Village, like at least it has like the numbers in it. That's kind of cool.
And well, you can tell the entire thing was just, oh, that's cool, and that's as far as the conversation went. They're like, it's in a village, and it has the number. Good enough. So I find it stupid. But anyway,
what more reason do you need? What would you rather call it? Resident Evil, the big one?
Well, it's like when people forget that Resident Evil 7 was Biohazard. Like nobody ever calls it Resident Evil Biohazard. It's Resident Evil 7. So I think we're gonna land in the same spot with this one where it's just Resident Evil 8 and people are like, yeah, I guess it's technically Village. But anyway, beside the point.
So we might as well start with the main event. We saw a new trailer and the first bit of gameplay for Resident Evil 8. And I have to say, the trailer and the gameplay makes the game look amazing. In both, the graphics are spectacular. It's eerie lighting, makes all the creepy locations pop better. Snow accumulates on gothic architecture, bloodstains on, vintage carpets. They look realistic, and don't ask me how I know they look realistic, but they do. In the showcase, it looks great.
And then we get to the demo.
Yeah.
Demo's just 2 letters away from demonst. Well, there may have been a joke there, but I surely swung and missed.
I did not.
Let's move on.
So I played the demo over on Twitch. See, get it? It's topical.
Hey!
We streamed it right after it came out in that evening. Went through the whole thing. It's only like, if you know where everything is, it's only like 3 minutes long. Not joking. First run through, it's probably 10 to 15 minutes. And they claim it's a tech showcase, so it's meant to show off what the game can do. But bear in mind, it's only available on PS5. Apparently, it'll be available later in the spring for other platforms, but as of right now, just PS5. It runs at a full native 4K at 60 FPS, which is great, but the game looks like Resident Evil 7. I'm gonna be honest, like it really does not seem like this is a next-gen port, other than the resolution's cranked a little and it runs at 60, which is great. I'm not complaining about that, but it just doesn't feel like they turn the knobs up all the way. Hopefully they can introduce ray tracing, some other cool features and things in the engine. As of right now though, if it is in there, I didn't see it. I found it visually fairly unexciting, not necessarily underwhelming, but just unexciting. Yeah.
The witch lady, she ran from the tree and She had to dip her toes into the pool of sanctity of marriage, and she didn't know what she was doing. She made zombies. Now there's gonna be 18 more of these games.
She's tall. She's really tall, and people think she's hot.
Oh God.
That's the crazy thing. Like all these memes of people just like, that lady can straight up kill me. I don't care as long as she touches me.
I'll let her murder me if she gives me a boner. I swear to God, I don't care. I'm done with all this.
Oh God.
I'm surprised at the number of YouTubers who are playing into it. They're like, oh, she's super hot. It's like, okay. But to be honest, like I think one thing that Resident Evil needed to solve, and I thought they had solved it with these remakes, but doesn't look like it in 8, is there's a very unique look to the Resident Evil engine. It's very, like we were talking about before we started filming, it's papery. It's not very specular. It doesn't reflect much. It's very flat. And I was hoping they would have fixed that by this game, but again, it looks like a DLC for Resident Evil 7 running on high-end hardware, so it's running at 60 frames. Other than that, it looks kind of the same. Maybe that'll change once we like get out of the starting mansion and we start exploring the village, but as of right now, there's nothing. Finley, you're not allowed up there.
I think it's the other way around though. You go from the village to the castle.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you're going
Yeah.
through the village.
Through the village to the castle.
Well, hopefully when we're in the village, it looks a little more exciting, because as of right
And
now,
then it'll
I'm
look
kinda-
worse.
Yeah. Aside from the impressive visuals in the trailers, the showcase also showed us much more about the characters within the game. We already knew that the protagonist would be Ethan Winters again, returning from Resident Evil 7, but we got to see more of the side characters and the plot this time around to give us an idea of what we're actually dealing with. Producer Pete Fabiano explained that the game starts out with the premise of traveling through the titular village to the castle in order to find Ethan's kidnapped daughter, but we all know inevitable things will get more complicated, probably quite spoopy things. I would
Spoopy.
imagine quite spoopy.
That's right. Some evil residents move in
There-
to the village, the aforementioned village.
8 of them.
See what they're doing there? It's almost like you make 20 of these games, eventually you're gonna get to that storyline.
All you've got are just puns. That's
Yeah,
all
it's
you've got
like,
left.
what do you want? It's like you made all these games that like the quality was literally this for Resident Evil for like the last 20 years, and they're like, well, now we've got it again. We figured it out, and it's like, well, you made a stupid name that we're gonna make fun of. It looks papery, and now there are actual evil residents inside of a village.
That's all we got, yeah.
Our biggest hint at what is to come is during a phone call in the first minute of the trailer. We see the tall, sassy vampire lady we now know is called Lady Dimitrescu on the phone to Mother Miranda. The conversation goes as follows. I regret to
Should we
inform
act this
you-
out? Let's act this out.
Oh, okay. I'll take the role of the first person.
I think that's the only person that talks.
What?
There's
It's a
only
phone
one.
call. Do you tell me
Yeah,
to
you
answer
can
the
only hear one side of the phone call.
Oh, okay. So when it gets to the ellipses, I'll just like.
Yeah,
Okay. We're gonna act this out. Jacob, go for it.
I'll just sit here.
I regret to
You
inform
be the
you
rain.
that
You be the rain.
I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No. Yes, of course. I understand the importance of the ceremony.
I realize now we probably could have just played the phone call. When the
Out of breath.
How much do you think? How much do you think our editing budget here is, Luke? Are you
Yeah, I know.
insane?
I'm pushing it to the limit. So from this, we can piece together a few things. First of all, Lady
Dimmy Trisket.
From this, we can find that Lady Trisket owns the castle, so more than likely is probably the one that's holding Ethan's daughter, or the one in charge. The lady clearly takes orders from this Lady Mother Miranda, so she probably will have a larger role in the game than we currently know of. be it as a big bad person at the end of the game or as someone that's just pulling the strings that we can take a major role later in the series. Who knows? The ceremony is also pretty important from what we can gather, so it could potentially be the finale of the game, and her daughters are also almost certainly the three witches who appear frequently throughout the promotion of the game. And lastly, we can hazard a guess that Heisenberg is the large guy with the hat and sunglasses who, once again, has appeared in most of the promotional material. But
Say my name.
Exactly. I am the one who knocks.
and a quick side note, we don't actually know if this is a Breaking Bad reference. I kind of hope it is. Heisenberg being a man that's got a hat and glasses.
Mr. White.
But
Mr. White, we
Mr.
moved
White.
into this village.
Mr. White is
Bitch.
Get the
Jesse.
ice. It's clean.
Jesse, we
Fun
cannot
fact.
move into this village.
Fun fact, my hamster is called Jesse after Jesse Pinkman.
Really?
Oh, there you go.
That's funny. What
'Cause-
made you do that? Does he have a
'cause-
problem?
No, I was gonna call him Tyrion because he's tiny, and then season 8 of Game of Thrones came out, and I didn't want to be reminded of it.
So Jesse,
That's
the,
fair.
So
yeah,
I just like,
the meth addict.
yeah, why not? Jesse Pinkman.
I love Breaking Bad so much.
So, other notable things we learnt during the showcase are the return of the Merchant, which in this new game is called the Duke. This game is, like in previous entries, in first person. Also, similar to past entries, there will be environmental puzzles, extra objectives, Tetris inventory management, and surprises around every corner.
The game will be released on May 7th and is available for pre-order now. As with most games, there are several editions which include different collectibles so you can take your pick. The game will be on all current-gen consoles and PC, as well as the last-gen consoles with a free next-gen upgrade a la Hitman 3. Last but not least, for Village news, there is a PS5 demo available now called The Maiden, which also allows players to get a feel for the Resident Evil 8 world. As of right now, the demo is only on PS5, but more demos are coming across all platforms in the spring. One surefire way to get people excited about your game is making it so only the people that own one console can play it.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's true.
and having the demo be meh.
And then having the demo not be very good also
Yeah.
doesn't help.
Well, that's the thing though, and I tried to stress this on stream. To me, like, it served its purpose, which was that it's being branded as a demo, but at the end of it, they say, thanks for playing our technical demonstration. So like, it's purely there for you to see what the engine can do and how the game will run on PS5. That's it. So any extra stuff, any extra fluff is just kind of fun, and it's there. And to that extent, like, I think the sound system is good. I think the graphics are good enough, like it's passable, but it's not as amazing as I think we were hoping. If they bring the demo to PC, I'm excited to see what you can push this thing into looking like. But as of right now, it looks like probably on PS5 they're just running like a PS4 Pro version with an uncapped frame rate, or capped to 60. Doesn't look like they pushed the limits too hard.
Well, yeah, I mean, so the demo's like 15 minutes if you're bad at it, but the fact that they put in a 9-minute sex scene in this demo just to show their physics system at work, that doesn't make any sense to me. This is supposed to be a horror game. All right, I'm scared of not being able to have sex. Why would you show it to me? That makes me feel comfortable and a little excited. I mean, horror is such a tricky thing. Yes, sex is great.
I don't think you played the right demo.
The fact that you're wearing your
do you-
Virginity Rocks hoodie while you're talking about this
Yeah,
just
it does.
makes it.
Well, I just Google searched. I just Google searched "scary maiden," and
You sure it was on Google?
it may have been. I don't know what I leave open.
The showcase wasn't all about Village though, as 2021 is actually the 25th anniversary of the franchise. Capcom has several celebrations planned. First off, in collaboration with Massive Entertainment, in a move that I did not see coming at all, Tom Clancy's The Division 2 will actually allow players to collect iconic items and outfits from the Resi series for a limited time. Secondly, the 3D CGI film Resident Evil Infinite Darkness will focus on Claire and Leon a few years after Resident Evil 4 and is coming to Netflix worldwide this year. And last but not least, there was the announcement for Resident Evil Verse, or RE-verse, in online multiplayer with iconic existing characters from the series and a Borderland Telltale look. It's free for everybody who plays Village, and while this probably is not for everyone or even most people, it's nice to see that they are celebrating the series with characters, so that's kind of fun. I don't really know what to make of this, but I'll try it. Like, it'll be free because I'll be playing the main game, so it'll be there.
Well, yeah, I just can't wait to play as all the iconic Resident Evil characters. Leon, Claire,
That dad that gets
vomiting grandma,
like cut in half.
penis man.
Is the
That would be terrifying.
yeah?
He's in the games. Have you seen this guy?
Is that
They call him the
Pyramid Head
Nemesis.
guy? Is that Pyramid Head guy coming to this?
Oh, Luke.
That's Silent Hills, isn't it?
That's Silent Hills.
I mean, even I knew that.
That's a good horror game. I'm sorry.
They all look- Every
I'm
game
sorry.
from 10 years ago in the horror horror genre kind of looks the same. Like
Yeah,
from 10 plus
Yeah.
years ago, they all look the same. Final tally though. Who's going to be playing this? Cammy, will you?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh.
All
Not
right.
you
because
guys
the game looks awful, but because I don't like horror games.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're going to have to force Grandma to play it. I'm flying out to jolly old England.
Yep. Here we go. But, well, if you guys really want to see Cammy play it, then we can do a stream. Let us know in the comments.
That
No.
would be
Yeah.
good.
Okay, we'll make this a long stretch, okay? So that Cammy has a chance to survive. If this video gets 1,000 likes, she has to play the game. Fair? Fair.
That's fair. We're a pretty small channel. I don't think that'll... You might be safe.
Yeah, you might be safe. Almost everybody who sees this probably has to like the video.
That's right. Get ready to be manipulated for profit, you sons of bitches.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, God.
But let us know what you think of the game and everything they showed off down in the comment section below. Like and subscribe so you see all of the stuff that's coming. We've got a lot of content on the way. Again, all of our social media, it's been down below. Make sure to follow us and check out the Twitch channel, which will also be linked below. Thank you for watching.